Hello everyone, this is Supratik here. In this video, I'm going to be sharing my preparation strategy for physics for the NEET 2022 examination. The physics part in NEET is numerical based and it also has concepts included from all the chapters because there are 45 questions, 50 questions, and you need to attempt 45. The pattern may change, but the amount of questions would be around 45 or 50. So, these 45 or 50 questions, there can be a question from every chapter since there are about 28 chapters in physics of 11th and 12th combined. So there can be two questions from one chapter, there can be one question from a particular chapter. But the thing is, how do we prepare for each and every chapter? So there are many people who think that physics has a lot of numericals and physics is numerical based, and that's why somebody who is good at mathematics must be good at physics. Well, I also got the most marks in physics out of all the four subjects in my NEET exam in 2022, but I wasn't always that good in physics. So, what things helped me at the final exam day, and what did I do before the exam, just before the exam, which helped me get good marks in physics? So, the first point is physics is concept based. Yes, this is contrary to what many people believe that physics is numerical based. No, physics is concept based. Something which I never realized in class 11. When I was in class 11, I was always focused on the fact that as many numericals I solve, as many questions I do, I will be better at physics. So that is a very big misconception because in class 11, when I was there, I had solved lots of questions, I had solved lots of numericals, but that didn't help me because I wasn't understanding the concept. I was understanding, but I wasn't correlating the concepts with the higher level concepts, and I was just uh, with the power of my mathematics, with the power of my mathematical skills, I was trying to go through with each and every question. But that is not the right approach, and that is something I realized in class 12 that concept based learning is the most important thing in physics. Apart from that, numericals are also a very important part. So this brings us to the second point, which is numericals. Now, how to go about numericals? What I mentioned in the first part is concept based learning. This second part is also based upon that because once you know the concepts, then only you can practice numericals. So, numerical practice is more based on do you know the concept, then do you know simple mathematics. By simple mathematics, I mean you need a bit of the extra knowledge which is there in class 12 mathematics, which is differentiation and integration, but that is not used so much in the NEET final exam paper. That is more so a part of JEE rather than NEET. So, concept based learning, then numerical practice are the essential factors for physics preparation. And don't get scared about numericals. Many people get scared about numericals, so that is the wrong thinking because once you know the concept, numericals are just numbers you need to apply. So practice numericals, but only after you have known the concept. And now the third part is physics that hard? Is physics too vast? So, in comparison to chemistry or biology, physics is not that vast. Physics has different types of chapters, but chapters are interlinked. The unit division, which is there in physics, like mechanics is a particular unit, and then let's say um, electrodynamics is a particular unit, electrostatics is a different chapter. So, this several units in which we divide physics makes physics easier, makes physics simpler, because in mechanics there are 5 or 6 chapters, let's say, and then the conclusion that we get from only one chapter is not going to be used in the final exam. The concepts we gain from one chapter is not going to be used in the final exam. It will be a mixture of concepts. So since the first day in the physics class, we need to be really attentive, and you need to have a special focus on the key areas, the key formulae of physics. Also, now the fourth point is, what are the sources to practice physics? I would say, if you can, please go through your NCRT also first. The second thing is, yes, coaching modules. If you do follow any coaching, you can go through coaching modules, because they are helpful. They have a lot of questions, and that is the main thing. The questions in the coaching module are based on the PYQs of various exams. It's not necessarily NEET. It's from maybe the older papers of NEET AIPMT, or from AIMS, or from JEE mains, the easier ones which happen. So and even the recent JEE mains, which are comparatively easier to the older AIEEE examination. So these things, these questions you'll get from the coaching modules. And other than that, you can also go through the standard books, which are, let's say, HC Verma or DC Pandey. For me, I never studied too much from HC Verma or DC Pandey. Some particular chapters, like rotational mechanics, was a bit of a hard chapter for me, so I studied it from DC Pandey as well. And surface tension and a few other topics which I found difficulty in, I studied from numerous sources, 2 or 3 sources. So the fifth point about our physics preparation. Now, many people think that physics is tough because we don't score well in mock tests. But the thing is, initially we don't score well, but by the time we are used to all the formulae, we are used to all the dimensions of the terms being used, because uh, till the last part we are not even confirm about what are the dimensions of some of the quantities, but by the end we are much used to it, and there are questions from dimensions even in NEET 2022. My examination, it was there. With other examinations also it was there. So being clear with the basics is also very important, and by the time we keep on solving the questions and mock tests, at the end we have that feeling that we are ready. But we shouldn't get demotivated initially, because if you start thinking that ki physics nahi hone wala and the numericals are too hard, it's too extensive, it's too long, that is not the case in NEET. NEET has usually easier questions compared to JEE, and the physics questions are not that long as well. Those are short questions as well, and some are concept based, statement based questions which come directly from NCRT. So if somebody has studied the NCRT, then for them it is going to be easy. And also, uh, regarding the sources which I had earlier mentioned, one thing I missed is NCRT examples, back exercises, and the exemplar book. Now, exemplar is an NCRT publication, so definitely questions will come from NCRT exemplar in the exam, 100%. And even in, if not directly, but derived from those questions, they will definitely come. So please solve examples, please solve back exercises, then solve those exemplar problems. And one direct example I can give is, I had the last chapter which I solved the examples from NCRT of was rotational mechanics, and I had done that just before my NEET exam in the last week. And the for one of the questions from the example was directly given in the NEET exam, so I instantly knew the answer without even solving the question. So I could have answered it, but yes, I solved it and then I answered it. So these are the small things just before the exam: reading the NCRT, going through the examples quickly, even if you're not solving it totally, just quickly, so that you can remember the concepts being used in those examples, and the types of questions which were there in the examples, exercises, and also analyzing what mistakes you had done in the mock tests. So that is the preparation strategy video for physics. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe to my channel for further videos.